Tired of tangled wires cramping your style? Welcome to the future of typing. In this video, we're diving deep into the world of wireless keyboards, showcasing the top 9 contenders that are set to redefine your 2025 setup. We'll be dissecting everything from responsiveness and battery life to ergonomics and customization, helping you find the perfect wireless keyboard to elevate your productivity and gaming experience. Number 9. Asus ROG Falchion NX. The Asus ROG Falchion NX packs just about every feature you could need from a gaming keyboard into as small a space as possible. Thanks to its arrow keys, navigation keys, innovative side touch panel and wireless macro recording capabilities, you don't have to worry about losing functionality with this board, despite its 65% frame. This board also boasts Asus's in-house NX switches, which we thought felt noticeably smoother than Cherry MX switches in our review. They also proved a touch louder during our testing, but they should still be a suitable alternative for anyone exhausted with Cherry's, and its clones, dominance over the switch market. Red, linear, brown, tactile, and blue, clicky, options are all available here. This board does have per-key RGB lighting, although customizing it means navigating Asus's clunky Aura Creator software. Making up for that, though, are other premium features like double-shot PBT keycaps and the ability to connect over both a USB-C to USB-A cable and 2.4 GHz wireless. Add in the side touch panel's ability to hold up to 5 gesture-based actions, and that makes this an extremely viable board for all sorts of use cases, which isn't something you can always say about 65% keyboards. Number 8. Keychron K3. You'll have to spend extra on Keychron's $25 travel pouch, or find something else to protect the keys, but the Keychron K3 offers a lot to like for typists on the go. With its appealing looks, attractive backlighting, svelte frame, and hot-swappable low-profile switches, there's a lot to like about the Keychron K3. It's easily the best portable low-profile mechanical/optical keyboard we've used in terms of comfort, looks, and versatility. The fact that Keychron was able to keep things this thin while retaining the ability to swap switches is especially impressive. That said, battery life, as well as overall frame rigidity are compromises you'll have to make in favor of the slim package. If there's room in your backpack for something taller, the Keychron K2 gets better battery life and feels like it's built tougher, so it's worth considering exactly how much portability you need before buying. Number 7. Akko 3098B. A typist's dream, the Akko 3098B combines the company's comfy, ASA keycaps with a compact, 96% layout and the ability to hot swap in your favorite switches if you don't like the defaults. The curved surface of the keycaps made it easier to feel our way around while touch typing, and the default CS Jelly white switches are the best linear switches we've ever used. The keyboard also has a classic, retro terminal look that made us feel like we were hacking into the Pentagon mainframe from Matthew Broderick's house. Once we upgraded to our favorite clicky switches, it felt more like we were finishing a story on deadline in the newsroom of the Daily Planet. If you want a touch of modern flair, you can turn on the vibrant RGB lighting that lies beneath the keys. All nostalgia aside, the Akko 3098 becomes loaded with features, including the ability to connect via 2.4 GHz, Bluetooth 5.0/3.0 or USB-C. Switching between entry methods takes a single keystroke and less than a second, so you can easily use this keyboard with your desktop, a laptop, a Raspberry Pi, your tablet and your phone at the same time. The Akko 3098B's 96% layout makes it nearly the same width as a Tenculus model, but with almost all the keys of a full-size keyboard, including the numpad and arrow keys. 2 sets of flip-out feet let you adjust the height to your liking. Akko also sells an identical-looking keyboard for $20 more under the model name 3098N. The 3098N just uses a different controller card inside, different client software and has a different selection of switches, but is otherwise the same. Number 6. SteelSeries Apex Pro TKL Wireless. SteelSeries Apex Pro TKL Wireless borrows the Apex Pro Mini's sturdy, minimal, and more generic-looking chassis design, adding the company's updated, highly customizable dual actuation OmniPoint 2.0 optical switches. The keyboard also packs plenty of premium features like an aluminum alloy top plate, double-shot PBT keycaps, bright per key RGB, and a detachable magnetic wrist rest. The Apex Pro TKL/Apex Pro TKL wireless roomier layout allows for dedicated media keys and a customizable OLED smart display. Also, unlike its predecessor, it comes in both wired and wireless versions. The Apex Pro TKL Wireless is an excellent, highly customizable gaming keyboard in a TKL layout, which is much less restrictive than the Apex Pro Mini's 60% layout, but we're still holding out for an update to the full-size SteelSeries Apex Pro to rival Razer's excellent DeathStalker V2 Pro. Number 5. Razer DeathStalker V2 Pro. Razer's DeathStalker V2 Pro is a totally different animal from its predecessor, and that's a good thing. It's an attractive low-profile keyboard that has basically all the features you need: connectivity, customization, and pretty lights, plus a surprisingly decent typing experience and an excellent gaming experience. It's not exactly, as Razer claims, built like a tank, but it's pretty durable for how small, slim and lightweight it is. Number 4. Corsair K100 Air Wireless RGB. Corsair has created something unique with the K100 Air Wireless RGB. While there are still some areas for improvement, like the shine on the keycaps, this is the thinnest mechanical gaming keyboard I've seen from a large gaming brand, and Corsair has nailed the execution. At just 11mm thick at its thinnest point, it's immediately reminiscent of the chiclet keys of yesteryear, but it manages to deliver an impressive mechanical keyboard typing and gaming experience. At $279, it's unquestionably expensive but succeeds in being the most feature-rich and satisfying gaming keyboard in its class. Number 3. Redragon K596 Vishnu. Redragon isn't exactly a well-known gaming brand in the US, but it's hard to argue with the $70 price of the K596 Vishnu. This 2.4 GHz wireless gaming keyboard packs RGB, dedicated macro and media keys, a metal volume rocker, linear switches and even a wrist rest, albeit a hard plastic one, all into a tankulous package. And that's at well less than half the price of the more well-known competition. The K596 Vishnu also feels solid and was comfortable to use while gaming and typing, although, the plastic used for the shell does look a bit cheap. There's also some funkiness going on with the design, like the fact that F1, F8 are labeled as secondary media controls, despite there also being a bank of dedicated media buttons directly to their right. The second bank of programmable G keys are also oddly narrow and jammed up. And there are light bars on either side of the keyboard that, while look cool, are only going to drain your battery faster while you're gaming without the USB-C cable plugged in. You can turn these off by hitting FN and the pause button repeatedly, but that's a pain. The extra lights should default to only turning on when the keyboard is plugged in via a cable. The Vishnu is also heavier than competing wireless keyboards. Still, despite its oddities and minor flaws, this is one heck of a keyboard for $70, when you consider Logitech's G915 TKL costs more than 3 times as much and doesn't include a wrist rest. If you're after a compact, colorful wireless gaming keyboard on a budget, the K596 Vishnu easily earns a top spot in the pantheon. Number 2. Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro. The Razer BlackWidow V3 Pro is our favorite wireless keyboard for gaming because it offers you a full-size, full-height mechanical switch experience, plus all the features you'd expect in a premium gaming clacker. You also get a cozy, plush leatherette magnetic wrist rest and 4 onboard memory profiles. Unfortunately, you'll need the software to use any RGB besides the 7 effects stored in the keyboard's memory. And there are no macro keys, like the Logitech G915 Lightspeed offers. The BlackWidow V3 Pro can connect with a wireless dongle, via its included charging cable or through Bluetooth, which lets it pair with up to 3 additional PCs. Battery life varies based on backlight brightness and effect but can range from 5 to 25 hours with lighting and reach 192 hours without. And at 3% battery life, the BlackWidow V3 Pro can get wonky, with delays in registering key presses and issues with the software finding it. But ultimately, the BlackWidow V3 Pro delivers everything you'd expect from an expensive, top-of-the-line gaming keyboard, except a mandatory cable. There's also a newer BlackWidow V3 Mini model, although it doesn't bring as much to the table for its price as its larger sibling. Number 1. Asus ROG Strix Scope 296. Asus's ROG Strix Scope 296 wireless is just about everything you could want in a wireless gaming keyboard. It's speedy, responsive, and reliable while gaming, customizable, and it gets up to 1,500 hours of battery life over its low-latency 2.4 GHz wireless connection. It has a 96% layout, which means it's relatively compact. It measures just 14.84 by 5.16 by 1.57 inches / 377 by 131 by 40 millimeters, saving desk space without sacrificing the 10-key number pad. The ROG Strix Scope 296 wireless is sturdily built, with an aluminum alloy top plate and double-shot PBT keycaps. It does have a plastic chassis, necessary, according to Asus, for reliable wireless connectivity, but it's got multiple layers of sound-dampening foam inside to minimize case ping. It comes with Asus's 2nd-gen ROG NX Snow linear mechanical switches, which have an actuation force of 45 G and are stable, smooth, and quiet. It's also got a hot-swappable PCB, so you can swap the NX Snows out for the switches of your choice. This keyboard is wireless, that's why it's on this page, with both low-latency 2.4 GHz wireless and Bluetooth 5.1 connectivity. Asus says it will get up to 1,500 hours of battery life over 2.4 GHz wireless with the lighting turned off, which is fantastic, though this number drops precipitously with the lighting turned on. The ROG Strix Scope 296 wireless isn't quite as fancy as its pricier sibling, the Asus ROG Azoth, but it's close, and it's $70 cheaper. You will find all the links of these products in the description below. Comment below and tell us which wireless keyboard you were considering. Thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to hit the like button and share with your friends, and if you are new to the channel then subscribe and hit the bell icon for future updates.